Hey everybody, welcome back for the next episode on the 46 Chevy Rat Rod project. Today I think we're going to work on the master cylinder, putting the under the floor master cylinder in, the brakes, and probably the brakes in the rear, and braking system, so all kinds of fun like that. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so we got this system we ordered off of Amazon for the under the floor brake system. It's the, I think it's a Ford Model T style braking system. We got it from Speedway Motors, and it seems to be pretty decent. Pretty decent little system. I'm gonna have to change, I think, this. I'm gonna have to probably cut this off here and then reattach this because there's not enough room in there for this entire mechanism. We'll give it a try, see what it looks like. But we got to get her put into here. Right down into that space right there, get it attached to the frame. So I kind of set it in place for a second just to see what it would look like, and it seems like it's going to hit that front bar, but we'll get it in there, we'll take a look, see what we can do. Alright, so we got this in here, like I was saying, hitting there. It's over a little too far where the gas pedal is going to have to be. I'm probably going to have to cut these brackets off and to move it closer into the frame to get the entire thing moved over here further and then farther forward. So I may, like I said, have to do some adjusting with that pedal to make it work. Tight spacing. Maybe if I would have had a little bit better idea ahead of time how it was going to look or what position it was going to be in, I could have adjusted for that. But I mean, we're just kind of going as we go, and we make stuff fit. So let's make it fit. Got this cut now. Let's see how she's gonna fit. She's gonna have to lower through the way there, but so might have to get them turned around. Gotta go a little bit lower to get that below the floor. Over a little more, so a little more cutting, a little more adjusting, and we'll get it fitting quite right. Yep, I think so. Well, sometimes the plasma cutter just won't do, so you got to bring in the big boy. Alright, well, sometimes a plasma cutter ain't gonna work, so you got to bring in the big boys. Alright, so we got it in and we got it mounted, got it welded in, bracket got them cut into place, welded in, got barely enough room to be able to get in and out of there, and of course, can't get that bolt out to get the transmission out, so if I ever got to get the transmission out, I'm either going to have to put a bolt in here, cut off to be able to get it out the other way, or I got to take the master cylinder off to get the transmission out. So, but you can see we had to modify that bracket. We cut it off, lowered it down. This was actually on this side, heated it up, bended it over this way, so I got more room on this side for the gas pedal. Probably gonna have to cut this down too to shorten it, so bringing this down to here somewhere to shorten it up. Once I get all the brakes lines plumbed, I want to see how much, because from here it hits two right there, but I'm not sure if that's gonna be enough brake pedal. So we'll see that too. I may have to adjust that up. So we're gonna run some brake lines now, get that all plumbed in, and get the brakes all bled out and ready to go. All right, so ran some line. Like I said, this copper brake line is really good stuff. It's partial copper line. runs really easy to run, bends real easy. I bent all that by hand, so we got it all just laid in place and bent it all up. Now I'll take it out and put some ends on it, flare some ends on it, and we'll be all set with that. But definitely that stuff is really good stuff. A little more expensive, but this stuff is really, really good stuff. Yeah, I like it. All right, we got the line all flared up. It's flared and all in place. Flared, you know, in place. So now we're gonna run some to the back. Got the back wheels off here. Let's take a look at the other side, a little bit easier. So everything looks to be there. So I'm gonna definitely take them apart and replace the wheel cylinder for sure. See how everything else looks. Everything else seems to look okay. You know, the springs look all right. I don't know, maybe I'll buy a rebuild kit and get all new springs and everything too. So let's get them apart and get some lines run back here, and we'll go from there. All right, got the back line all mocked up. Got it in place, bent all in place. Running down under the cab and then coming around down the floor and into the master cylinder and into there. And I just noticed this, that I have them put in the wrong spots. The front's supposed to go to the back part. The back supposed to go to the front part, yeah. The larger part of the master cylinder is where the disc brakes are supposed to go. And I got it backwards, but I'll fix that. So got those in. Got the brakes all apart on the other side here. So I think I'm just gonna order all new parts and not mess with it. It wasn't that expensive. Just ordered a bunch of new parts, everything new, shoes, springs, kits, adjusters, everything. Might as well just do it all new. Got it all apart, even got new drums coming, so just put it all new. Trying to do this on a budget as much as I can, but I want to make it decent enough so I'm not running into problems with that. So then we're on order and on the way, and once I get here, we'll get those in. So that'll be our next step here. All right, special delivery, Rock Auto. We got some parts here. Got our drums and our shoes, and we got our spring set and our adjusters and some wheel cylinders and some hoses, and we got brake lines and all kinds of stuff. So we're gonna start working on the back brakes, getting them together. So whenever I take these apart, I take my brakes apart. You know, I don't do it often enough to know exactly where everything goes. So I try and, once I take them off, I kind of just set it on the floor and in the way they're supposed to be, and I leave the other side together so I can kind of check out the other side to make sure I'm putting it back together right. Yeah, I mean, you can check manuals or go on the internet, look at pictures and stuff and try and figure that out, but this works for me. I don't do it often enough to remember exactly how everything goes back together. I don't have a good memory, so let's get these put back together with the new parts. Alright, we got her all put together. See there, all the new parts in there. Looks a lot better. Will run a lot better. The drums, so that'll be good. And I'll just slide around there. We'll adjust that out a little bit. Make sure she's adjusted right. And do that. So we'll do the other side. Then we'll start working on some lines, finish up the lines for them. Alright, the second one kind of kicked my ass a little bit. I don't know why, but just a little bit more pain in the ass getting that on. So we got both of them set up. So now we got to get the rubber line in here for that center section, and then get a couple lines made out to the wheel cylinders. So let's get that line in place. So I bought these little brackets from Jags. I mean, it didn't cost that much. Instead of trying to make these, it would be too much pain in the ass to make some of these. So just for whatever, a couple bucks, 10 bucks, 12 bucks, whatever it was. I mean, I know I'm on a budget, but got the line right here. We're just gonna get those. I don't know if I'll screw them in or tack weld them in. I might just weld them in place so they're there. So let's see. Well, how many times do you guys do this? Get your flare all looking really good, and then you go, shit. All right, we got the rest of the lines run, so they're all set. I'll just get them mounted into the frame here in a little bit. We got the master cylinder out over here, and we just got done bench bleeding it. Most people probably know how to bench bleed it, but just basically fill them up, get some tubes to run into there, and then take a blunt object like a screwdriver, and you just push on it real slow, make sure that there's no bubble. It'll bubble before, but now it's not bubbling because we bench bled it, so it's not bubbling anymore. So you just keep doing that until it stops bubbling, and you got yourself bench bled. All right, let's get this put in. All right, so we got it all back in. We got it all bolted up. All the lines are bolted up. Got fluid in it. We haven't bled it yet. That's a real boring part, so we're not gonna, bore you with bleeding it. But we got all run all the way to all. We got all new brakes in the back, all new brake lines, all new master cylinder. We're gonna work on adjusting where that pedal's gonna go. All new front brakes. So we got all the brakes done on her. So that was another feat to be done with. So thanks for watching this episode. Got the brakes all done on that. If you like what you see, check the subscribe down below. Share it, like it. If you comment on it, let me know what you think. So this is Jason from Joyful Noise Chop Shop, letting everybody know, keep wrenching out there, America. We'll see you guys later.